One very frequent customer scenario is being able to create tables inside Power BI Desktop by pasting some content or typing it manually. This is now possible by using the new Enter Data option in the product, and we're going to take a look at this feature in this video. First of all, you can find the Enter Data feature from the main Power BI window ribbon in the Home tab. Enter Data is under the External Data group. Once you click this button, you will get the following dialog, which will actually allow you to create a table by either typing in content or pasting it from the clipboard. We're going to start by creating a table manually. So for instance, we're going to create a table that has data about fruits and how many units were sold. And I could start typing in, as you can see, this is a very typical grid experience, like you could think about as in being in Excel or a different spreadsheet tool. Say you want to create strawberry as well, and we can type in some units. Now you can easily also copy content from within here. You can select even multiple cells, then go down and type. You could even copy an entire range, paste it on a different location. You could also do right-click to do things like cutting, copying, pasting content, inserting a row in between. So for instance, let's insert a row in between rows 3 and 4. And we're going to call that one Apple. Similarly, you could do the same for columns. So you could either cut, copy, paste an entire column, or insert columns in between, or also, of course, at the end. Once you've defined the data that you would like to import, the next thing that you could do is give it a name to the table. So in this case, let's call it fruit sales. And then you also have the option to control whether your table had headers or not. In this case, it does, so we'll just keep the default. At this point, I can either load the data directly into my report, or I could click Edit to go into the query editor experience to perform additional transformations. Let's just do a load operation. Now we will be loading this data into the model, and the table will automatically show up for me on the fields list. So now I can actually start using it for all of my visualizations. So let's do, for instance, a bar chart that shows units sold by fruits, and that's what it looks like. Very easy. The other great capability that you can use with this new Enter Data feature is that you can actually paste entire contents from the clipboard from a different file. So let's go and find an interesting file to paste. Let's use something like this CSV file that has information about the largest cities in America. We're going to open it to show it to you, and then we're going to copy the content. So as you can see, it has 5 different columns, and it has about 50 different rows, 51 if you count the headers. So I'm going to select all of these data, and I'm going to click Ctrl-Z, and then I'll go back to Power BI Desktop, click Enter Data to create yet another table. From here, I can just do a Ctrl-V, and this will automatically paste the entire table for me. I can now give it a name, call it Cities, and I'm going to click Load. And notice how after importing, which was really fast in this case actually, all of the fields that have been imported actually have the right types. So for instance, population is a whole number, year, and rank. Likewise was with units sold in the previous example. So it's all automatically detected for me. It's really straightforward to create new tables with static content from either my manually typing them in or from the clipboard. If you ever need to modify them again, you can click Edit Queries and come back to the actual definition of each of these tables and go back to the Sources tab, select or click on the gear icon, and that will bring you back to the Create Table dialog where you can actually modify the content. So let's say that this is now watermelon instead of orange. Click OK, and it will automatically refresh the content, and when you click Close and Apply, it will refresh the visual, so you can see watermelon showing up now in the visual.